You're not the first person here. Thoughts on the LTM240? Definitely looks really cool.
Get that light.
Yeah, hold on.
You're good.
Sit back down. That's fine. All right. Sorry. We're just setting up our lighting. So, anyways, as I was saying, the 240 is really cool. I definitely like companies coming out with some different, like NATO LMGs, because really it's a 240 or it's a 249, but it's really cool for the price that it is. We just got some of the wood versions in too, which I actually really like. Those should be going up percent. Wow, my God. That's probably good. Yeah, that's probably good. I don't computer stuff. I don't do camera stuff. This is Wes.
No, it's not.
Sorry.
Sup? Sup? Welcome. Welcome to the live. Welcome.
Kev, I'm the best. Sure, Kev. Sure. What's up? What's up? Can't wait for the VFC M249. I think it'll be cool. Just want to see the gas efficiency of it before I make any real comments on it. But I think it'll be very, very cool if it also doesn't rattle itself apart, which I don't think it's going to. It hasn't.
Not a VFC.
No, VFCs are probably some of the best GBBs that you can grab.
Well, just externals in general. They're always super good. I like the new setup. Been a while since I joined the Lunchtime Live. Well, thank you and thank you. That's awesome. We appreciate it. Trying to make it more. I'm always trying to improve. So maybe we'll do something shortly.
I'm first after all the others. You're right. That you're right.
That is correct.
What you guys doing? Well, we're doing a Lunchtime Live. And then just trying to get recalibrated from Arsenal because that was crazy.
The Lunchtime Live is essentially a place for you guys can come and ask any of your airsoft and non-airsoft related questions, and we give you our honest opinions about it. And a place for you guys to get information, knowledge, hang out, kill some time. We do it all. So, just installed a Kythera. Hell yeah, dude. Hopefully it's working out for you.
Yeah, how did that go?
Shooting well. Pew pew. Toy gun. HPA.
Toy gun go pew.
It's a good time.
Let's see, what LMG you recommend besides the 249, the RPK-16?
Jeez, why didn't maybe let me answer next time? You know, sometime. No, I'm kidding. But yes, the RPK-16 probably.
If you're trying to do another NATO one, I mean, there is the MG4, there's the Stoner, there's a G36 LMG variant. Probably out of the three of those, the Stoner in Airsoft is going to run the best.
More than likely.
Then the G36 LMG. The MG4 runs pretty well, but for price to other options that you could get with upgrades and stuff, I'd probably go with something else. It's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I agree with Tom. Keep scrolling, honey.
I don't want to. I want to
You're
drink
closer.
my coffee. Who likes tornado warning?
Me.
That was not.
That was wild.
Did you guys see, like, there were some guys from the event that they didn't get in the tornado, but they crashed, like, from traffic trying to avoid the tornado, and then there was footage of the tornado touching down, I think it was, 10, 15 miles from where we were at?
It was close.
It was very close.
Definitely close.
So it was good that we sheltered when we did, but it was, like, it was nuts. That's crazy.
Excuse me. Yeah, insane.
Yeah. I appreciate everybody's help when they were trying to help us tear down and everything. It's really nice of everybody.
What's that one? EPS mags? Question mark?
You mean like EPM mags or EPS? Is there an EPS mag? Because EPM mags are very good.
Oh yeah, the best mags your money can buy.
Yeah. Crazy weekend. Yeah, that last weekend was nuts. We were at Arsenal, him and I, and then we had another team of Bad Blood, which was nuts as well. And then our field was also still open. TRP was last weekend. Last weekend was crazy, guys.
Bonkers.
Printers just running.
Printers printing, word talking, music's playing.
Um,
Crazy times.
it's just nuts.
Yeah, good times. Happy to be back. What is it? Is the L86A2 considered a natural LMG?
Yeah, that'd be another one, I would say. I don't know what is it. I don't know, like kit wise, like what's kosher for one group or another, but I would wonder how much the Brits use
Ooh,
a
excuse me.
249 versus an L85 or an L86. Sorry.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know anything about that platform or that unit. So
It's a bullpup
I know what it is.
556.
I know what it is. I just said I don't know who uses it.
The British made it.
Okay. I get it. I appreciate it.
That's about all I know.
appreciate it.
I'm just gonna sound like I know stuff, but I don't.
But yeah, it's definitely looks cool. I just don't think I could ever do it
It's
personally.
a heavy boy.
Yeah.
NATO. Hello there. Hello.
Hello, welcome to the live.
It was pretty close. Yeah, it was pretty close. Anytime. Thank you, man. Seriously, that was a big help.
Loving my green and red fusion engines. Dude, I'm glad. The
Yeah.
fusion engine's a fantastic engine. Shoots like a dream. Install's pretty darn easy, and then when you can get a cool color, doesn't get much better than that.
Especially on like a skeleton body, they're really cool.
Yeah, I've always thought that was neat. Or like seeing it through the dust cover. Very, very cool.
I saw you guys start selling Benchmade knives. Those things are sick. Yeah, Benchmade's a quality company. Benchmade's always been a quality company. We're also starting to bring in Red King blades. It's one of our buddies that is pretty good at making knives. We're going to start carrying those as well. So keep a lookout for those. Those are like handcrafted ones. Those are some pretty nice ones.
Knives. Keep a knife on ye. Throw it all in the trailer. Fast. Yeah, pretty much,
Yeah,
man.
That's pretty much what happened.
Gee whiz. I can't believe that happened.
EPMs is all around my guns. Yeah, they're great.
Fantastic magazine. There's nothing that really compares.
Yeah, I have a very nice AK that my buddy Billy gave me. It's wood and steel and really nice classic look to it. And I run the clear EPM AK mags in it. They run great. It just looks so weird in that style of a gun, that very old look to it, and then put that clear like style in them. I'm gonna spray paint them.
Gotta file them down and paint them,
Yeah.
baby. That's what I do. What else we got there? Amped Eric is in the live.
Oh my god, Eric's here.
Sweet rack.
That's a good question.
Read it. I can't see it. I can't read.
What do you guys think about full plate carrier versus chest rig setup for milsims? Honestly, for me, unless there's a benefit in the game for wearing plates and heavier stuff, I'm running a chest rig. I know there's a lot of guys who run plate carriers because they do that for duty, or they do that because they like how a plate carrier is set up. And also, if you're carrying a lot of stuff like for long periods of time, sometimes a plate carrier is better load bearing than a chest rig setup. But for me, I just like breathability of a chest rig a lot more than a plate carrier. And unless there's some benefit, like a Milsim West, you get a second tourniquet if you're wearing like real plates and a real helmet and all that. If you want that extra benefit, I think it's really cool when games provide like you get this extra thing because you're working your butt off to do it, aka running extra weight on your body. I think that's really cool, but for me, I don't know. I'm not really about plate carriers because I never feel the need to wear them. I can carry everything in a chest rig just fine until I start wearing a lot of stuff. That's when I would want a plate carrier.
I always look at it from a AO perspective. You know, wherever you're playing, if if it's a direct action type of play style, I just wear plate carrier. And then if it's very recce or very woods oriented, lighten it up. You don't need as much.
Yeah.
So, and it's also, there's so many different perspectives. If you are doing an impression of some kind,
Yeah.
that impression will reflect where the kit's going to be used. But if you're just looking for gear, chest rigs have kind of become the standard in a sense. They're lighter, they breathe better, they carry a good bit of stuff. They're so modular nowadays with how many backpack options you have, not backpacks.
Danglers, expansion wings.
Oh, everything.
Yeah.
So honestly, the chest rig has definitely become like more of a standard practice that you see. And they're usually cheaper if you're buying real. You know what I mean? Like buying like trying to build a Spiritus plate carrier.
Oh God.
Compared to just buying a Haley.
Yeah.
You know, or blah blah blah. So
yeah, like the thorax versus the micro rig. It's
substantial.
That's a big price jump.
Yep.
And trying to build it out and everything, it's nuts. But I mean, they're also worth it, especially for guys who are using it at for duty use. It's really cool. But for like Milsim stuff, I don't know. Like you said, if you're doing a kit, you're doing a kit. Go with what the kit, requires. But if you're just trying to, I don't know, just play to the way you're trying to play out of Milsim, and I don't know, chest rigs are so universal and they breathe really well. You can adjust it very quickly for like if you want to put more layers on underneath, if you want the least amount of layers and the most breathability because it's hot out, chest rig's better. There's a lot of reasons to do a chest rig.
Yeah. Good question.
Okay, here we go. They use the M249 and the FN mag /M240 more than the L86A2, which was asked about earlier. That's interesting.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Rather be using a 249 than an L86.
They're heavy.
What?
Wes, don't give me any smooches at Arsenal. So on strike from amped until then.
I'm sorry. You should have just asked.
Wow.
I just asked.
Wow.
You. Yeah, I know. I'm the worst.
Wow.
I'll.
Yeah, I didn't even see you. I missed you. Sticker the clear ones, Tom. I mean, I could just sticker bomb them, I guess. Yeah.
What?
Like you said, sticker the AK mags that I have that are clear.
Oh.
I was actually thinking, because I was talking to Billy about this, I was like, I really want to take the inserts out of it and then get real mags, like real AK mags, and gut them and then throw the guts in.
They already make those. The company already does that.
Like with EPM innards?
No, they used to use somebody else. I don't know what inserts they used, but they were real Bakelights.
That's what I like. I'd love that. Or even just the steel ones, because I can make it look like a 74, I guess, if I wanted to.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the CRX3 heavy rig from Haley Strategic? The heavy's great if you are looking for just a little bit bigger of a rig than the micro. I run a micro with some expansion wings and a dangler on it because I do want more space, but I want bigger compartments than the heavy has on it. Now, if you're looking for a lot of admin compartments, you're looking for a little bit more mags, and you're looking for just using that rig itself, because I had one before. I really do like the heavy rig. I wanted something to carry like a Nalgene in, so I've got an expansion pack on what I already had. It's definitely a really good rig, and it's already set up for 5.56, so you don't have to buy like the inserts and everything that you have to do with a micro. So I do think it's probably one of the best chest rigs you could grab if you want something that's just ready to go and set up in a really good way and universal way too. A lot of good pouches on it, a lot of good stitching. It's high quality as hell. So I don't know. I really like Haley's gear. I like Spiritus' gear. I like Pharaoh's gear. They're all really good stuff.
Any of those big boy companies are going to do you right.
Mm-hmm.
Just pay a little bit extra dough up front. You'll enjoy it forever.
Most of those companies too, a lot of it is modular. Like a lot of them make modular, like this is the base and then you build off of that. The cool part about the heavy is that it is already set in a certain configuration. It's good and it's bad. If you want something that's set and you don't have to think about it and you don't want to worry about it, it's really good in that regard. But if you are trying to get something more tailored towards yourself, I grab something that's you could grab the base of and then customize. That's what I would say between a heavy and not a heavy. You know, those are the kind of the two options on the market, as pre-done and not pre-done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You boys ready for some CQB tonight? Yeah, Vic. I didn't bring any of my guns anywhere, so
My Arizona gun's upstairs for you.
okay. I might just run that then.
Yeah. Wes is sleepy.
Yeah, we got Sleepy West today.
I'm
You were going all morning though. Like you were in like a bunch of meetings today.
I am sucking wind. I'm not even gonna lie. So
It's all that motorcycle action.
huh?
It's all the worrying about the motorcycle.
I don't have one of those. Oh, but I'm doing my darndest. I'm just this weekend wiped me.
This weekend killed us. This weekend was crazy.
You guys going to Tarkov event at Action Sports?
We really want to go to one. We're not going to any currently, but I do want to get one on the calendar because every time I get told about Action Sports, because we go up there for Northern Front, and I love Action Sports as a field. We went up there for Incursion as well. That was a good game as far as what I was told, but that's Gun Gamers. Gun Gamers run good games. I really would like to go to one of their Tarkov events. It sounds like it'd be pretty fun. It sounds like it'd be pretty cool to be a part of. I love Tarkov, and everything I've heard about it sounds really good. So
I suck at Tarkov.
I suck at Tarkov. I just like it because I like dying, I guess.
It is super dope. I really think it is a cool game. I'm just not very good at it. I don't play video games.
T2 is badass at Tarkov.
T2's a god at Tarkov. T2 actually created Tarkov.
He actually did.
Right, T2?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, he says yes.
I am Nikita.
I am Nikita.
Enjoy the field tonight. Yeah, definitely will. I'm stoked. Tom, I have 4 to 5 EPM clears I can give you to test it on. I mean, I have a bunch of them. I think I'm going to test them and just see what I can make work. See if I can find some different bodies because I know there's some older E&L mags. There's some older mag brand metal mags.
Arcturuses are the new way.
Arcturuses.
No, I mean they're unreal.
Really?
Yeah.
So
They're
like
working
between that and the EPMs, what would you grab?
Arcturus simply based on the aesthetic of the magazine.
I would agree with that because I do think with the AKs, specifically like AKs, they don't have the high speed look to them.
I don't want beta project mags.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. If I had a beta project,
Well, if you had an AK-12,
no, I wouldn't even run them in
Okay.
AK-12. AK-12 mags are even more unique.
yeah,
Beta projects, though,
I have a bunch of beta project mags.
I know. That
Gun
gun
has
was
a beta project.
God, that gun was so cool.
Yeah.
I had a Echo 1 back in the day. Dang. RIP. What a neat gun.
Yeah.
You don't see them anymore.
Put an air stock on it.
There it is, a buffer too.
Put a N7 and a beta stock, or sorry, a air stock on it.
Yeah. That'd be pretty hard.
That'd be cool. Pretty much what Oops has. It's not a beta project, but that's how he has his AK set up.
Yeah.
What's your personal favorite M4 hop-up setups? Hop, inner barrel, bucking. Okay, so for me, it's going to be probably the older style Maxes. If you can't find that, then I'd either get the retro hop-up or it's going to be the AEG version of the Max M4 hop-up. Then I'm going to R-hop it. And then I'm going to have an EDGI, and then I'm going to have a modified black bucking in there. That is my preferred setup. I really do like that setup. It works really well. R-hop is good if you can get it right. If I'm not doing an R-hop build, it would be same max hop-up, but with the Omega nub and a Super Macaron bucking, and again, an EDGI barrel, stainless steel. Really, really high-end barrel, really good barrel. Played around with a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that gets pretty close to that, but there is literally that's the best performance I've ever seen out of most of the barrel builds is that. But there's like some that come very, very close. Like I'm talking like a 5% difference. So there's other stuff that I would run to get away with it. I don't know. It really depends on budget and if I could have anything, that's what I would have.
M4, yeah, I mean, Max, Maple Leaf, Super Macaron, Omega Nub, and a stainless steel edgy barrel.
Yeah.
Every day of the week. I don't run any M4s, but that's what I would do.
I'd flip between R-hop and Max builds because I did run into a situation at Milsom West where my my bucking and my R-hop went out on me. So I grabbed a Super Macaron and an Omega nub in case that happened, just to have as backup options. And I flipped from an R-hop system to the Super Macaron system. And it was just kind of nice having that very easy install. I didn't have to glue anything in place or anything like that. It was just serviceable on the field, and I got back into the game. So that's kind of one of the only things I don't think people think about too often, because it's not something that's really a concern. But if you're in a game where you can't leave, it was kind of nice to have that. But
yeah. Read the next one.
What's your favorite AK hop up setup?
Lone X.
Lone X, okay, and then like same fucking nub, everything. Okay.
Yep. Super Macron, Omega nub, and edgy. Absolutely.
What's your what I like? What VFC did with the 249 is the real mag comes in packs of three for $43 to $45. Yeah, that is a really good option. It's a really good thing that they're doing, because that thing is going to eat through magazines.
Good. I can't read. I'm like just butchering my eyes. Like I actually like am struggling to see words.
Do I need to bring Red Bull and the other thing? Yes, you do.
Yeah,
you do.
I need a Red Bull.
Oh, free BYOB cookout swap meet at the new Critchfield Field in Somerset, July 22nd as well. You need to come too. You're right, except I think there's NAT ops, so it depends on who's going to that and who's free. But that was really cool. I've heard good things about the Critchfield Field. Justin was talking about that this weekend with us. Definitely want to get out there and see what it's about, though. Log and run with us. Oh, definitely, man. That was, yeah. Anytime you guys are there, just let us know. We'll try and run with you.
What's the average piece on a starter HPA kit? I imagine it's price.
What, like $180 for the kit without an engine?
Yeah, it's $172.
Yeah, so then you pick whatever engine you want after that.
So anywhere from $270 to $500.
Yeah.
And then a gun to put it in, so depending on if you have one or not.
Yeah.
And then $19.99 for an amped IGL.
Well, isn't that part of the? Oh no, it's not part of the story kit.
Nope. It's an add-on item.
Yeah.
So I got some questions over here. I've been wanting to tap my shotgun. Any recommendations? Don't they sell scattergun taps?
Yeah, we have scattergun IGLs as well.
Yeah.
Depends on if you have something that's in the stock versus in the grip or in the buffer tube. On shotguns, there's basically 3 different ways of reservoirs.
What shotgun do you have?
Yeah,
would be the way to go.
Yeah.
So tell us what shotgun you have, and then we can figure out how the best way to tap it. And then SSG or DSG. I think DSGs are not worth the time or effort. This is a personal opinion, and I respect people who build and run DSGs. They are definitely an impressive way to build a gearbox. But for me, I have never been able to outshoot a SSG, let alone a short-stroked SSG gear set. So there is literally zero reason in my head, in my mind, to go through the extra effort and reliability you struggle with the DSG. So
yeah,
I stick with SSG.
I would stick with an SSG out of ease of built and less stress on the gearbox. It is a feat of teching to do a DSG, and if you can do that and you understand why that's a feat, then you know what I'm talking about, and it is very cool. But I would agree with him. I would just rather have an SSG all day. It's just more reliable in general. If something goes down, it's very easy to fix. I don't have to figure out what other parts of that broke because the one piece broke. Is my timing chip not shimmed enough? Did I not Dremel out the tappet plate enough to time everything properly? There's a lot more that goes into a DSG than an SSG, and the reliability, I feel like, with an SSG outweighs the crazy performance of a DSG when it comes to the average person. I would particularly rather just be able to grab my gun and not worry about it. If I'm researching stuff or I'm trying to learn about some things, a DSG is really cool and it's really fun. It's a challenge. Like the challenge side of that is really fun. But if it's what I'm going to be running that day or every day after that, I'm going to be doing an SSG. All right, guys, VFC MP7 HPA as Power Air 6 made, please. Yes, we've been asked this a ton of times. Made by us. Yes, again, a ton of times we've been asked this. There is stuff in the works. I know Bullcraft Industries is making one right now. Theirs works, but it's not made exactly like Power 6's. Power 6 was the first guys to make a HPA VFC AG MP7. There's a duck in here. But I really try to keep rolling through it.
I tried to cover it up and it didn't work.
Just sneeze, bro. You're good.
Uh,
We're in here screaming our heads off, you know.
but,
Oh my god.
but with the Power 6, there are a few things that the Bullcraft Industries doesn't do, which is the empty mag detection and the I think the I don't know if they still don't have this, but like the bolt catch system on it doesn't work yet.
I don't know.
All I know is that they figured out a way to have safe, semi, and full auto working, and a shooting gun, and it's shooting pretty damn well.
I've seen them shoot very well.
Yeah, so they're a pretty good option when it comes to you guys wanting an HPA VFC. That was the AG from Umarex, but we would like to do some stuff with that. Maybe, but honestly, they're doing a really good job with it. We don't know if we even want to try and do stuff like that if somebody already has a pretty damn good product. Really, well, it'll depend. But I really appreciate all you guys reaching out and asking us to do that. It is pretty hard. There's not a lot of space in there for everything to fit and all those sensors. It's very, very tiny electronics that go into that thing.
My LCT loves Arcturus mags. Yes.
Okay,
They
cool.
do. How are the how are the Elvish hop R-hop with Max in your opinion?
If you're gonna do the Elvish Tac R-hop, then just use the stock M nub, not the hard nub that the new Maxes come with. And if you have an older Max, grab the AirTech Studios M nub for the Maxes. That's what I would recommend. I've gotten really good. And then I would do the modified black flat bucking is the best thing I've paired with any R-hop system across the board with any hop up, any barrel setup, any R-hop patch. That is the go-to bucking for me in pretty much all climate conditions. It works really well and it doesn't rip very easily. It has enough rubber on it, or it has enough grip on it that it's not too hard. It's a really good bucking.
What's up, boys? I'm installing my IGLMA MCX and it looks like it's too tight of a bend. Think it'll be all right? It depends on how tight of a bend you're referring to. I would definitely send a photo to our sales or tech at ampedersoft.com so we could take a look at it visibly.
Yeah.
That way, I mean, right now I don't know how hard of a bend you have. You know what I mean? And that way we can confirm or deny whether you're good to go.
What unit do you have too? Some of the units are a little longer, so it pushes that IGL back further into the gearbox and can make that bend a little worse too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just email in. We'll try and get you taken care of.
I'm in the shop. I have an M4 tank line set up. I'm in question of what gun to shop for in terms of reliability and customization. Just need a new gun and tap kit. The shotgun is an M4 tank line. Okay, so right, because this is the same dude that was asking about the.
Just need a new gun and tap kit.
Matthew. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a shotgun. I mean, the Jag arms have been pretty decent from my understanding. I mean, obviously TMs, the Tokyo Maruis are kind of the OG when it comes to like shotguns, but sometimes they're a little hard to get a hold of, and parts are hard to come by, and there's no warranty. There's no one, really offering support for them. They're kind of a platform that is struggling, to say the least. So I'd probably just do a Jag scattergun in your liking,
The Jags are awesome, honestly, and they're not too expensive, and they actually do have some pretty good product support. So if something were to go bad with that, you can find spare parts for the Jags. They're probably the shotgun brand right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's other options. There's definitely other options, like APS has some stuff and stuff, but Jag is a really wide range of options, and they're pretty good quality for a very decent price. They're not the highest built ones, but they're definitely worth the money that you pay for them.
Yeah, the Jags are definitely worth the price.
Mr. Hop silicone works really well under 1.7 joules. I would agree. The silicones are an interesting bucking for Maple Leaf because they do well and they grip well, but they seem less durable over time than the neoprene style. I don't know the exact rubber that they use, but it's kind of similar to neoprene. So they do a little bit. I don't know. Sometimes they're more durable in some cases. Sometimes they're less durable and they can rip faster. They're not as forgiving, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Yeah, silicone's definitely going to be softer.
My favorite, man. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Josh. You're my favorite man. I'm working on coming to Nashville, bro. Don't even worry about it. I'm getting there. I promise. I promise.
Someone give an apple to Wes who looks like he needs some.
Yeah, dude. I know. It's so bad. I'm over here. I'm trying to drink water. I've had caffeine.
I was right there before that.
I ate a light, healthy lunch. I didn't eat like any gross fast food. I'm just exhausted. It always hits it like we got back
Second day it hits.
Monday midday. So Tuesday I was cool, and then now Wednesday it's like wham.
Yeah, it does. It hits pretty hard.
I've been going to bed early. I've been sleeping. I'm trying.
Coffee.
Well, I had my like storm thing, my rain, but
Yes, I don't know. Like anything with niacin just gives me like I feel awake but also jittery.
yeah,
Coffee.
coffee.
Someone, anyone. By your experience, what is the best body to put a P-Star fusion engine? Yeah. VFC, G&G, Crytek. Well, the
VFC.
easy answer is VFC. They were designed around VFC guns.
There you go. Stop there.
Yeah. Let's go into more detail. No, he's right. Yeah, VFC. It was the easiest to put them in. Everything else you gotta, even sometimes with VFC, but most of the other stuff you gotta deal with nozzle alignment a lot or selector gears.
That's what I hate dealing with.
Yeah, the selector gears and selector plates not being in the same spec, and some of them have ambi that won't work. But pretty much every VFC OEM lower, they're gonna fit in no problem. That's the end all be all answer to that.
With the factor that my field barely allows HPA, I'm thinking about going back to AEG. Do you think it's worth it to make a high-speed SSG? Absolutely. I've built multiple SSGs and definitely short-stroke SSGs as well, and I really like them. And I think, honestly, if you were really worried about trigger response, you can turn pre-cocking on. It's going to put more stress on the gearbox, but, I mean, it's indoor CQB. It's not like if your gun goes down, you're out, like, $200 for a, big national event. And there's probably a spare gun. And there's probably rentals.
Yeah.
So, for me, you can get some stupid trigger response with pre-cocking on an SSG gearbox. So,
yeah, I have been running some AEGs recently because I really do like running my HPAs outdoors just because of the performance gain you get out of all that air volume you get from HPA and the trigger response. So I prefer to run HPA outdoors, but I've been running some AEGs recently, and man, they just running some of my backup guns just to run them and just make sure they're still running okay and they're good to go. You can't go wrong with a simple like just AEG that is built right, and a high-speed SSG build that is built for your field is always going to be a fun thing, because if it's tailor-made for something that you're going to be doing every other weekend, or it's your local place and you make that gun built for the what you're playing a lot of, it's going to be a fun gun to run, man. And I would go for it. And at the end of the day, worst case, if you don't like it, at least you learned a lot building it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hit the gym very morning. Start your day. I promise you'll feel better. I know. I have a treadmill, and for a good couple weeks, I was like running every morning, and it really did feel good. I just got to get back in the swing of it.
For me, it's hard to keep up with a regular exercise routine with how varied our schedule gets throughout the week.
Well, the morning's the best because I get here at the same time every morning. Leaving is the inconsistent part for me. Yeah. So, yeah. But anywho, I'll get on it. I'll get on it for you, sir. How do you feel about the Wolverine MTW billet as a beginner HPA gun?
Great.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the best guns you could buy.
Can't go wrong with it. Hi, Remy.
All right.
Fusion engine of my Crytek LMG had to swap out safety lever for SHS and selector plate for garter for everything to work right. Yeah. The Fusion Engine and Crytax aren't exactly best friends. They do work, and you can get them to work as you figured out. It's just they aren't like a blammo. We're good to rock and roll.
I can hear Tungsten screaming from here because he's working on a Crytek CRB with a Fusion Engine. And the second he opened up to the paperwork to go look and see what the build was, he was just like, he turned his head around like 180 degrees and went, seriously?
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Yeah, I was just like, you gotta do it.
It really be like that. But yeah, I mean, we've definitely done our fair share of Fusion Engine Crytax, so they are very possible. Just a little bit extra work. I'm going to MSW as militia in October in California. It's my first time. Any suggestions for some solo? So Gun Gamers has a lot of videos that go over pretty much the preparations for a Milsim West event. Definitely check out that because there's a lot of information that you might not be thinking of. Check the tax op, read the tax op, have every red item, please. Do not show up to a Milsim West event without the red items. They are gonna make fun of you.
Yeah.
So make sure you have your red items and prepare for the worst. Prepare conditioning wise, and make sure you're able to walk with that rucksack. Make sure it's comfortable. Make sure things don't have jabbing points. Make sure your guns are good. Make sure they can shoot 2 5s, 2 8s, and 3 2s because you get a mix of ammo.
Go to our packing blog on the website.
Oh my God, we have a blog on ampdairsoft.com about packing for an event. Thank you, Eric. And just gather research, man. But you'll have a good time. You'll have a good time.
Only other thing I would say is, like you said, test all your equipment. Really important. And even just going on a light walk down your street with your rucksack on, maybe not with all the airsoft gear in it because it might look a little weird, but like just simulating that weight, really big deal. And if you're running militia and the militia is with is it with Rust 4, which it normally is, run the SEMA AK. Just run a base SEMA AK. Don't worry about your attachments. Don't worry about all that stuff because your gun at the end of the day just needs to shoot straight at an MSW because you're going to be moving in such a large force with everybody. It's not really going to be about room clearing. It's going to be more about just how big of the force is against the other force. Just run a base AK, SEMA AK, whatever. Don't worry about attachments. Worry about that your mags are good. And then focus more on staying dry, staying comfortable, and staying lightweight is what I would say.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
Been waiting to dive into hop up on my Fusion Engine. I wanted to have a laser R-hop. Seems complicated. Looking for something simple. Any recommendations? By the way, I have a Crytek body. LOL. Something simple.
I mean, just do a
Maple Leaf
Super Macron
with an Omega nub and then an edgy if your budget allows.
Yeah. If you're just doing bucking a nub, that's like $19.
Yep.
A crazy
It's
good upgrade.
insane.
Yeah.
Does Fusion Engine fit on a G&G Predator? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Any version 2 gearbox.
Wes, you got to chug 5-hour energies so you can enter the forbidden hour of the day.
No, I'm okay.
The 25th
I
hour.
don't wanna. I'll just die. I'll have a heart attack. Otherwise, I have to. Great. What does it say? Hey, I'm out. Have a great day and be safe. Thank you. You too. Dude, I can't even. I can't even read. I'm so tired. It is what it is.
That's funny as hell.
Is the VFC gun good for high-speed SSG builds? And what is better, Jeftron, MOSFET, or Titan? The VFC gearbox are good. Just make relief cuts in the front of the gearbox shell as they can crack. And Jeftron versus Titan.
That's a great question.
I personally can't go wrong with either of them.
Yeah, they're both optical. They both have pretty good app support. They both have Bluetooth options.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I will say is I think Gate has a pretty good software. Like it's easier to go through those menus a little bit than the Jeftrons. But that's so minor. They both can be programmed very similarly. They do a very good job. They're both very rugged. I think at an end of the day, it comes down to price. And honestly, you can get a Titan Basic for sometimes cheaper than some of the versions of the Jeftron MOSFETs. Or you get the Expert, which is more expensive than Jeftron MOSFETs. So it depends on what you want to go with there. They're both really great options, though, man. If you want something tried and true, that's a little bit. I mean, both of them at this point actually are. I can't even say that.
I was gonna say you can't go wrong with either of them.
Yeah, flip a coin and go with that.
Facts.
When you realize you don't have to sleep anymore and your mind goes wide open, is that what Sleepy Rick says?
I'm wide open. I'm wide open. I didn't realize you guys were on Twitch as well.
Yeah,
Gang.
yeah, we are.
We do all the networks. We do streaming networks I didn't even know streamed. Isn't that crazy? We're like streaming on Twitter or something.
Yeah, I didn't know Twitter had live, but I
Oh.
don't tweet. So.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Why would someone tweet that?
I don't know why you would tweet that.
Tom's our honorary boomer.
I am 100% a boomer.
Compare a Warhead brushless motor with a Titan. Can you? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you definitely can. You're just gonna have to play with the active braking settings because there is a MOSFET on the Warhead as well.
Yep.
I think it's what we set it to 20% generally,
It's
and
very
start
low.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do auto. So basically, what I'm saying is go to the
Don't
Titan.
do adaptive.
Adaptive. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do adaptive
Braking.
Don't do
Warhead.
adaptive braking with a Warhead.
Yeah, with
Do-
a Titan.
Do manual braking on the Titan and set it to 20% and play around and see what works best. You'll get error readouts, but they're not actually breaking anything. It's just finding that right fit for your build.
Yes. Beautiful movements. What do we got over here, Tom? I can't reach. We're
Nothing
good.
too crazy. Same guy wants to keep
Bro,
requesting to join the
we're
live.
not gonna let you join the live. We
Sorry, bud.
don't do that.
We don't do that.
We can't control what your mouth would say as a representation of our company.
Yep.
Now somehow we're trusted to do that, but that's a whole different story.
That
You get what I'm saying?
was a lot of craziness to try and I'll be allowed to do it.
Yeah, right.
Okay, we're just gonna do this and see if it works.
We're just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Don't mind us. But yes, little updates in the amp side of things. This weekend, our field is going to be open, so if you want to come play some toy guns, do so. We're going to have 4th of July sale, which is a big one. Save some money on some toy guns, HPA, builds, whatever, this weekend. And what else is happening? Yeah, those two things.
Those are the big ones. 4th of July.
Hey, yo, let me join the live.
Slurs.
Yeah, pretty much. We
Slurs.
can't account
Yeah, that's
for
pretty
that.
much it. Yeah.
Do you think running a 14.8 would improve performance? Running a 14.8 would theoretically improve performance if your thought of performance is trigger response, but reliability on a 14.8 with no modifications and especially no MOSFET will cook those trigger contacts into oblivion.
Yeah.
So
You
yes,
can.
you can run a 14.8. How long your gun will run a 14.8 is for you to decide. I've definitely done it, and I've definitely burned trigger contacts together to the point of, like, how do they work? Oh, with a Titan? Can you? I don't know.
No, yeah, you can.
Oh, okay, whatever Tom
Yeah.
says.
Yeah, you can run it with a Titan. There's a lot of guys who do run 14.8s with Titans.
I just use a car battery.
Yeah, I would just use, straight up car battery. Actually, a boat battery.
Doing a little car battery. It'd be crazy. HPA line, but it's actually just a big wire.
Yeah, we'll send you the sheathing and everything for your car battery wires.
Infinite electricity. Your toy gun would.
The new amp jump starter pack.
Yeah, I just run my airsoft gun off a jump pack.
Yeah.
Just like instantly blows out the MOSFET on the first trigger pull. Damn, that'd be crazy. We should build a gun that runs off a car battery. Can I run my
yeah.
Can I run my Polarstar FCU off a car battery?
Yeah, no.
I know. I'm joking.
Yeah, no. I mean, we could.
No, we're not. Shut up. Shut up. We're definitely not running anything off a car. I mean, I would love to personally run an airsoft gun off a car battery.
You can.
I know. I just think it'd be funny. Hey man, what kind of tank you running? This is like a Duralast. A Duralast car battery.
You're about the same weight if you have aluminum.
Yeah. Like 2 aluminums.
Yeah.
But anywho, in other news, what was I saying?
Cooks your hand to the receiver.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. Do fields out there charge for air? Yes, most fields will charge for air as it is a large investment for fields and businesses to acquire compressors and tanks and equipment to fill tanks. So they
And maintain them.
Yes, so they need to recoup and, like Tom said, maintain the cost of owning and running those compressors. But so be appreciative of any place that offers air because they had to fork out some cash to be able to fill your tanks. It's not as cheap as you guys think, equipment wise.
Yeah, we just actually had one of our compressors go down 3 weeks ago, and it was stressful because we needed it for an event, and the part we had a special order because it was a special part that we needed, and then we had to make sure nothing else got screwed over because that part failed. So we had to do a full check. We had to pay for the part, had to pay for the labor to change that, had to make sure it ran right. So I had to pay for more labor to test it, and that's what I mean. It costs money to do that. So yeah, we charge you.
Yeah, it's usually not ridiculous.
No, I mean for us, a single air fill on the trailer is $5, and then you get a $25 fill pass that has 10 fills on it. So it's not ridiculous. Like we're not going to charge you $25 for one fill.
Yeah, no, that's insanity.
No,
I think anything over 5 is a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
also depends on how, supply and demand too. It does.
this is true. This is very true. Oh, what else we got, Tom?
Well, we have a bunch of new events coming up in July. They're going to be posted up soon. They've been a little bit behind with the banners, but they're going to be coming up soon. We have Augusta Airsoft coming up on July 8th. We have, trying to remember it. We have Sector 7 is the weekend after that, plus a expo that I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's the same weekend. There's another thing happening that same Sunday. Can't remember what that is. Might be Mercer. Can't remember. And then we do have Gun Gamers at the end of the month as well at BFR. That is going to be the next big event is Gun Gamers at BFR.
That'll be fun.
If you guys are in the local area, you guys want to come to a local area, hell, you want to hang out with us beforehand, stop down to the shop, and then you go play Saturday. Come down, get some games in on Friday at our field, and then you go up to BFR. It's an hour away from us to go to the Gun Gamers game. So if you guys are coming in from out of town, do that. That way you get some more fun in. Come down, stop, hang out with us, and then go out on Saturday to BFR and go crazy.
Sounds like a pretty lit weekend.
I mean, yeah. Actually,
Oh, man. Sorry.
You should be.
I am. I'm forced to buy all-day air every single time I go, even though I get one fill. Yeah, so it depends on the field. I mean, it depends on what they offer. Some people have a flat rate. Some people have different, single fills, this many fills, things like that. It's all field dependent, bro.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so if it was us, okay, so let's say you had just a 26 tank or even a 48 tank.
Now we're on 26.
Nobody
Exactly.
runs 26s or dual 26s at
Exactly.
all. I don't know who would run that because.
All right, but
Anyways.
get to your point.
No, if you have a 48 cubic tank, 3,000 PSI 48 tank, and you're spamming the trigger all day. You get there at 10 when some place is open, and by noon you're somebody who burns through all your air. That's $5 for the first fill, and now you got to fill up again. It's another $5. So we're at $10. If you do that 4 times in a day, then it's $20, and that equates to the air pass you're probably paying for. Now, you might be somebody who doesn't need those fills, and unfortunately, it doesn't work out for you. But if they offer a single fill, if some fields do, if they offer you a single fill option, I would just go with that. If your field doesn't, that is unfortunate, but that is how they price it. They try and basically do the universal thing that's going to work
and cover everybody. And then if they can make it work, a lot of times for niche people, some places try to, some places don't. It really depends on the field itself.
It's pretty crazy.
Hook it up to a forklift battery. Yeah, you can do that too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Go crazy, go stupid.
No. Go crazy. She said I'm not good enough. Got that girl.
I have no idea what you're talking
This
about.
one of me.
Hi, I'm a boomer.
One of me. This is a bum to me. And then boy, he's
I have
a
to pay
cat.
$15, almost as much as entry.
That's pretty crazy. But invest in the Umrex tank filling thing.
Get the pump. Get the bike pump.
The bike pump.
Get the bike pump.
Fill your tanks with a bike pump.
Get the bike pump.
You'll be jacked and save $15 every time you
will
play.
have giant shoulders.
You'll be freaking ripped. Then you
Get
can
the bike
just
pump
beat everybody up
with the bike pump.
with the bike pump because you'll be freaking jacked. Dude, that'd be crazy. Get shredded. Dude, how'd you get so big? Well, I didn't want to pay
Airsoft, bro.
Didn't want to pay $15 to fill my tank, so here I am.
$15.
I mean, I don't blame him,
That's
bro.
That's my gym membership
Dude,
now.
15 bones on top of paying to play. That's pretty crazy. I ain't even gonna lie.
I don't know. That's not the craziest I heard of.
Get a scuba. Be a Chad.
Yeah, you could get a scuba tank and then fill up a lot of local fire stations, or there are scuba shops in most areas, even though you might not have like a place to go scuba diving. There's actually scuba shops.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah,
It
it was really weird because like I remember I was looking at places for some reason. I was looking in Colorado because I think we were going to take a trip there. I was like, where can I get my tank filled? And there's lakes and stuff in Colorado. People go scuba diving, but it's like, I'm not into scuba diving, but why are all these scuba shops here? I just need to fill my airsoft tank. Why are there so many of these places?
Nerd. Filling your airsoft tank.
That's an interesting one. Also, SC Village and Hollywood Sports Park don't allow you to play with AGs if you have HPA. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh.
Why?
So if I bring an AG and an HPA, I can only use the HPA?
Yeah, why is that?
They're gouging. They're trying to gouge.
Is it like they're concerned about the batteries and like fires and stuff? I don't know. Like, I really want to know, like,
that's some weird stuff.
Do you have like their reasoning for that? If you could post it up, I'd love to see that.
Brazy. What a time to be alive.
That's interesting.
We got fields around us banning HPA, and then we have fields out there banning AEGs.
It is terrible because you have an advantage with HPA.
You're telling me.
I think he's talking about the scuba pump man.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Never heard that one.
Yeah,
I
never heard
that one either.
And those are big parks.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's crazy. This guy still wants us to let him join.
He's not joining the video, dude. I'm sorry.
I just find it funny. He's just like, I'm still here, hitting the button.
It's not a big enough notification that I barely even notice, for real. That's pretty crazy.
What are some crazy rules you guys have at your fields? Let us know. That'd be an interesting one. Some crazy rules that you think are controversial. Let us know. Yeah. Yeah, out here, SC and HSP don't like nothing. That's so weird.
Yeah.
I know they have also like
never played, so I don't know.
Like you could buy like a VIP pass. So if you're playing like more than once a month or once every 3 months, like you're going to be playing a lot, you can buy like a bigger pass, and I know you get benefits with those passes too, not just like prepaying to play, but
oh my god, microtransactions have made it to Airsoft. Microtransactions, like
yeah.
But you can't really play the game without spending money with all microtransactions.
You get to use your HPA. You cannot use HPA here unless you buy the HPA pass. That is the.
That's funny.
I just gave somebody a horrible idea. That was a joke. Don't ever do that. AG and CO2/green gas, 360 FPS, but HPA 320 FPS with 2s. So I don't get the CO2 and green gas part of it because that's still technically HPA, just with different gases.
I think there's a different field than SC Village. I think he's just talking about his field.
Oh yeah, no, that is crazy
Did
rule.
you ask that?
Because yeah, that's weird. No, keep those flowing. This is fun now. Yeah, keep those flowing. I really want to know. They separate AG from HPA unless the AG verbally consent to play with the HPA. Okay, I actually have seen that before, and I have heard why they do that, because there are some players who complain about, hey, I'm just going up against HPA people, I'm not having enough fun. Well, okay, well then we won't put you with them if you don't want to. I can see why they would want to do that. Just to, make it so that people have more fun if they, can try and help that.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, the CO2 green gas versus HPA doesn't make a lot of sense to me, though. That's a little bit weird.
Very strange. Why?
I really just want to hear the send us craziest rules that you've seen or heard, or you have to deal with. Like maybe it's your local field. Craziest rules.
Craziest rules.
Okay, players separate versus replicas. Players separate versus replicas.
So everyone on one team and then the guns on the other team.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Inanimate objects.
Inanimate object versus human. Human. Is HPA a good investment? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to play indoor and then go to an outdoor field and adjust your FPS very quickly and easily without having to go in and change anything. It is also a good investment from a performance standpoint because you can control your air volume, which affects your consistency. It affects a lot of things. Long story short, HPA is a very good investment from a performance standpoint and a usability standpoint of your airsoft guns. It's not the end-all, be-all, though. AEGs can definitely compete with HPAs.
Correct.
Do we have any updates on when we can get tagging grenades in the U.S.? No update as of right now. 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes remaining. Not the guns, the teams. Oh, so do you mean like regular players versus like rentals, or what? Basically, rephrase it, and then I'll probably be able to understand it better. HPA for pistol?
I mean,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah, you definitely can. Moose, hashtag HPA the world. I agree with this. I think HPA is awesome.
It is good. I definitely like it.
I wish I can put an HPA in my Arcturus Legend X-Cat. Probably could. It just depends on the system. Generally speaking, if you think something's going to be a little bit weird from an electrical standpoint, use a universal board and then figure out the right nozzle. And most of the time, you can actually HPA pretty much anything. Just mechanical systems are a little bit more restricted on what they can go in because of how the SEER systems are set up.
Yeah. Oh, HPAs versus AEGs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, if you can outperform guns, like you as a person, if you train well enough and you get really good at movement and you get really good at getting around people, you can outperform any piece of equipment. It just gets harder and harder as that equipment gets better and better. But if you really wanted to go at it, I think you can definitely get around HPAs.
Well, we have 20 seconds left, so.
Oh, wow, yeah.
We do have to do an outro, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, if you have any other questions, come join us next week. Same time, same place, same stuff. And we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Thanks for watching.